This is the Weather Xtreme video for Saturday, July the 17th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters, and it looks like we'll see a slightly cooler day because of clouds and rain, and another pretty good shot at some rain today. Though just like yesterday, while coverage was up, we didn't see everyone getting rain, and it seems like we'll be that way again on Sunday. Skycam imagery this morning, there's Birmingham. We got some low clouds as a result of some of that rain that added moisture to the ground as well as to the lower atmosphere. And then kind of a cool shot as we look out from the battleship Alabama, looking over Mobile, and we got a few low clouds down there, especially towards the Gulf side, it would appear. And then a cloudy morning if you're in the northwest part of the state, and this is Hamilton, and they're overcast this morning. No big weather features to hang your hat on at the surface, but in the upper atmosphere, we have a weakness between the ridge over the Atlantic and the ridge over the western United States, and the result is that we're having some pretty good chances for some showers as we have slightly increased chances for showers. And it looks like the trough is going to stick around at least through Sunday and maybe even Monday, but then as we head into midweek, we are going to be approaching the 100-degree mark. It is still hot across the country. All that yellow and orange is essentially temperatures above 60 degrees. So it is very warm, still warm across central Alabama. We're still dipping down generally into the lower 70s. A few spots might see the upper 60s just barely. Very little rain on radar this morning after all the rain that we saw yesterday, but I expect that to blossom out, especially as we head into late morning and into the early afternoon. QPF-wise, still looking like we're going to see between 1 and 2 inches. And, of course, you could get that 1 to 2 inch amount in just one single thunderstorm because some of these have been very strong, and we continue to have the threat of isolated severe as a possibility. Storm Prediction Center outlooking a moderate risk for a large part of the state of Minnesota, extending into a little bit of the Dakotas and Wisconsin and Iowa as well, surrounded by a fairly large slight risk area. Slight risk area also over in the eastern Ohio River Valley. Day 2, that shifts over into the eastern Great Lakes, stretching back into Missouri. But nothing very organized for us down here. National Hurricane Center is watching an area of some cloudiness that is approaching Central America, but as you see on the satellite imagery, we do have a lot of clouds in the Caribbean, but none of that is looking like there's any kind of organization. This is the 06Z GFS model run, and as you might expect today, with that weakness in the upper atmosphere, we're going to see the possibility of fairly widespread showers and thunderstorms. So keep that in mind because lightning can be as JB says, lightning can be frightening, and it can kill. So we don't want anybody getting struck by lightning. The weakness in the upper atmosphere is still with us on Sunday, so I think we'll still see a fairly good coverage for showers on Sunday afternoon as well, and the GFS suggesting that with a nice area of rain over the southeastern U.S. The weakness is beginning to get out of here and kind of be filled in by the ridge. Not as significant as you'll see on Tuesday, but that means that the showers will probably begin to decrease in coverage on Monday. And then Tuesday, the 594 contour fills in. And as it does, of course, that will help to suppress the showers, and we're back to daily scattered maybe even less than that, maybe isolated. The ridge gets a lot stronger on Wednesday, and I think Wednesday we're still into the isolated showers primarily. Thursday, the ridge still with us, and as it is and builds stronger, I think we're going to see at least upper 90s, perhaps even 100 to 102. And by Thursday, as the ridge's influence is felt more, we're going to see that the showers become isolated. Ridge still pretty strong on Friday, but I noticed there's a little inverted trough coming through the flow on the southeast coast, and that could be interesting because that could bring some sort of an easterly wave in there, and still visible as the Another weakness develops in the ridge by Saturday, and that splits the ridge into the Atlantic and Western U.S. versions, and we've got a weak low over the Florida Peninsula. So going to be interesting to see. GFS not doing a lot with that low over Florida on Saturday, a week from today. All right, let's go out into voodoo country very quickly, and GFS is making some possible changes here. This is the I think this is the 28th of July as we head towards the end of the month, and the ridge over the western United States with a bit of a trough over the east coast. But look what happens at the end of the period. Now, this is August 1st and definitely was not in the forecast yesterday, but look at the amplitude of that trough, and hallelujah, that could certainly bring an end to, at least for a few days anyway, to our temperatures and our heat. Well, that'll do it for this Weather Extreme video. Expect to be back tomorrow morning with another version around 7:30, something like that. In the meantime, I hope that you have a great Saturday. And by the way, don't forget Helena Market Days this morning from 8 to noon. Lots of local producers of vegetables and fruits and bread and just all kinds of good stuff that's also healthy. Okay. Hope that you have a great Saturday, and Godspeed.
Each day there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.